Hey guys, so today I'm going to tell you all about my books. These are the books I've read for school. But I want, if you have to read the same books, I'll post a list of all the books and, a link to where you could buy them. But if you have to read them for school, if you just wanted to know what they were like, because they're, classic novels, and they're good. So if you want to know all about these books, keep watching. If not, I don't really care. So, the first books I'm going to be talking about are the books I read in my freshman year of English. The first one is The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. That is by Mitch Albom. And this book, I didn't read in English class, but I read in a separate reading class that my school requires us to take. It's totally pointless. We read 2 books, I think. If that. And we were supposed to read another one in my class, but we didn't, because my class was really stupid. So, this is about a guy, and he dies, and he meets, or does he die? I don't know if he, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, he does die. I was like, does he die, or does he just, get a glimpse? He dies, and it's, the first paragraph is, this is about a man named Eddie, and it begins at the end with Eddie dying in the sun. And I was just like, that just got me drawn in, and I was like, whoa, what? So, it's about this man, and he is, he's dead, obviously, and so he goes to heaven, and, sorry, I gotta lower the camera. So he goes to heaven, and he meets 5 people who he influenced their life, or they influenced, I think it's just who he influenced their lives with. And they tell him how much he meant to them, and then he goes on to telling people how much they influenced him. He goes on and waits for people. But it's the 5 people he meets in heaven, and the whole theory is that you meet 5 people in heaven that have influenced your life greatly, or they influenced someone. So I found this book really enjoyable. It was really life-changing, so I would check it out if you haven't already. The next book was Romeo and Juliet, and this is by William Shakespeare, if you didn't know that already. So this book is about star-crossed lovers, and I feel really stupid explaining this because if you haven't already read it or know what it's about, I don't know. You just have to know. People always explain love stories as, oh, it's like a Romeo and Juliet love story. But it's star-crossed lovers, and they both die for each other. I mean, they don't die. Sorry. The next book was these mythology stories from Sophocles, and it's Antigone and Oedipus the King, and it was also in the book Electra, but we didn't get to that, we didn't need to read that or something, I don't know. But this was, myths, and Antigone, I think that was Oedipus's daughter, and then Oedipus, married his mother or something, and it was great. Actually, I find this, really interesting, all the mythology stuff, and it was really good. So I would recommend this if you like mythology kind of stuff. The next book is Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston, I think. I have no idea. I'm bad with names. But this book is about an African-American woman growing up in the 20s or 30s. I don't know what time period it's supposed to be, and it's about a girl named Janie, and she, this is about her finding herself. It's I did not enjoy this book, and it's all written Southern-y, so it's I don't know where, knows a few things, and woman folk think sometimes too. Aw, nah, they don't. They just think they's thinking. I was like, I speak English, not Southern, I guess. Yeah, but I didn't really find that one enjoyable because it was hard to understand. The next one is John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men. And this was actually the first book we read that year. I'm saying all the books out of order. But this one's about George and Lenny, and Lenny is like, has like special needs, and George is like the father figure to him, and they go to work on this farm, and is it a farm? It's like a farm-y place. They're laborers in like vegetable fields. So it was good. It's really short read. It's like 105 pages, I think. It's like this thin, so I would recommend it as a short read, and it's good. Very easy. The next one we read was Animal Farm by George Orwell, and I actually really enjoyed this book. Like, I know a lot of people were like, it's so stupid, it's about animals, but it's not about animals. Like, I don't know how people could mistake, like, oh my gosh, it's like, why would you think it's about animals? It's like about World War II, and like everyone has like a counterpart. Like, I don't even know how you could not get that. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, they all have their counterparts, and it's just, it was a good book, though. I really enjoyed it. Like, it's, like, got a lot of historical ties, even though they're animals, but, like, you know, like, all the characters have their counterparts during, like, World War II, I think. Yeah. So, it was good. I would read it. And the next book we read was 1984, also by George Orwell. And this is, like, a dystopian society, and it's basically about a guy rebelling, and I really enjoyed this book. It's about, like, have you ever heard, like, Big Brother's watching? If you haven't read that, that's what it's from. It's like, this person's watching your every move, and if you do anything out of the ordinary, you'll be in trouble. And I enjoy dystopian society books. They're, like, my favorite thing to read in the world. I've just bought, like, a ton of them, so look out for that video. I'm going to do a haul video of all the books I've recently bought. And then I'm also going to show you around my bookshelf, because I don't have a lot. I mean, I have a lot of books, but people have more, sadly. Wish I had the world's largest book collection. I'm actually going garage sailing tomorrow for books, because that's what I like to do. So, yeah, and the last book we read was To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This is one of my favorite books. I've read it twice. I just love all the characters, and I love how it's from Scout's point of view, because you know it's like a little bit off because she's a young girl, but I just love this book so much, and it's one of my favorites. My copy's very worn and very written in, because we had to, like, book note this, so, but I love, like, how it's, like, the whole half is, like, finding out who this Boo Radley character was, and then it totally changes, and it's, like, the trial, and it all ties together and everything, and I just really enjoyed this book. I'm going to read it again this summer, I swear. So, those are the books I read my freshman year in English. If you want to know more about any of the books, just comment below and thumbs up the video. That's my thumb. My thumb bends in weird ways. Wait, does it bend? It bends, like, really far back. Sorry. So, thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe, and read the books. I have, like, a shadow over my eye, like, don't look. So yeah, read the books. Also, down below, I'm gonna link my Twitter account, and I mean, if you want my Tumblr account, you can look at it. I just post a bunch of band stuff and weird TV shows I watch, and I just repost a bunch of stuff. I think I've posted, like, 2 things maybe. I should probably do that, but post some more stuff. I'll post some book stuff. Maybe I'll make a new Tumblr for my bookie stuff. Ooh, spiderweb. So, also I'm going to put down below my Amazon book wish list. And it's all the books I want to read, so you know what I'm reading. And I'll also tweet updates on what I'm reading, because I usually read, well, I'm in summer school, which only goes till noon, so I usually read, like, a book every 2 days or so, but some books take me longer because they're boring. And I always have to finish a book. Like, the book I'm reading, I'm not enjoying it much, but I always have to finish it because I'm like, oh, it's gonna get better. I'm sure it's gonna get better. I really hope so. So, don't forget to comment and like and subscribe.